Hello friends and felines, and welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're venturing on my channel for the first time today. Today's video is going to be actually my first declutter ever. Yes, I know I am a makeup hoarder. Yes, I know I have an issue. My declutter isn't that big, but at least I'm getting rid of some very old products or products that just didn't work for me. So I didn't really film the whole decluttering process, so I'm just going to go through and just show you guys what I'm decluttering, tell you why, you know, maybe there'll be some stuff in here that my mom or my sister might like. So we'll just kind of like go through all of the random stuff I have in here. Okay, so I think the first thing that's kind of the easiest to show you decluttering is my eyeshadow. So we have a couple of little singles right here. I used to be subscribed to Ipsy like forever ago, and they always had like these tiny little singles. So this one is the Bon Voyage. It is the shade Willkommen, which is German for welcome. And it's just like a little brown shade right here that I might have used once. And it's just like in a little cardboard container. Like it's cute, but like I never use it. It's not like I go, if I'm going to use a single eyeshadow, like I'm going to get like a shimmer or like a super shock shadow, I'm not going to use this one. So I'm going to declutter that. I also have this one from Ipsy. This is from Hikari. It is the Shimmer Bronzer Flush. I don't know if this is supposed to be eyeshadow, blush, bronzer, highlighter. I don't really know. I think I swatched them. I don't think I've ever actually used this. I don't even know what I would use that for, but meh. Alright, now a couple of smaller eyeshadow palettes. You guys knew this one was coming. This is the Maybelline Blushed Nudes palette. As I can recall, pretty sure this was like my first palette ever. So it wasn't very pretty. It's just a nice little pinky nude kind of palette from Maybelline. Nothing spectacular. But the last time I used this, I'm pretty sure I got like an eye infection. So this definitely just needs to be chucked. Alright, I feel like most of these I've gotten from like BoxyCharm or some random subscription boxes. So this one is from Crown. This is the Glam Metals palette. I got this 3 years ago. It actually came up in my memories from like college, and I used this to go to a 90s concert like throwback thing. Oh, that was so much fun, and it makes me like going out and like doing stuff like that. This is just a full metallic palette, kind of very grungy. It's got a guitar on it, like a guitar mirror. So like super rock and roll. This is rock your look. Wasn't bad. I think I only used it a few times. I definitely used it for that 90s concert. Wasn't bad, but I'm never gonna use it again. Alright, the next thing is actually the only product I've ever had from Laura Lee, and when I actually got this palette, I didn't even know she existed. I didn't know about the drama that went on with her. I used this look once on a kind of like a challenge slash dare that my fiance made me do, and it was like pick a palette, and I had to use like every color that I could in that palette as long as it was like a small one, and he picked this one. This is the Party Animal palette. Even Laura Lee said of like all the palettes, like this one is probably the worst one because it's not Laura Lee, it's not her vibe. And like as pretty as it is in here, like these neons just don't translate to the eyes. I'll insert a picture of the look I did. And again, the challenge was to use every single color, and it didn't really turn out that great. So again, that was the only time I've ever used this palette, and I can get rid of it. The next one is from Pure. This is the Midnight Masquerade Face Palette. So you've got some face products over here and then some eyeshadows over here. I think I used like a couple of shades in here. My only like worry is that these face things are looking a little rough. So this one's like bubbling and this one's like discolored, and it wasn't like that I recall like in the beginning. So I feel like this is another one that just needs to immediately be thrown away. And the last product from eyeshadow that I'm getting rid of is the Happy Birthday from NYX palette. This was actually a really good free gift. Every time it's your birthday, you get a free gift from Ulta, and this is the one that they gave me. Again, it's very basic. Nice nude palette. I have used this one a few times, but I'm not vibing with it anymore. And again, it was free, so I feel like I'm not really wasting money getting rid of it. And again, I'm like, my mom might like this one, or Rail might like it. So if there are some here that I think that are still good, I might just pass it on to my sister or my mom. So yeah, that's all the eyeshadow. Alright, we have a couple of other like face product type stuff. So the first one is from Avon. and like the sub thing is like Mark, which my mom who sells Avon informed me that they don't even have this anymore, so that's how old this is. But this was kind of like my another one of my first products, definitely one of my oldest ones. So here it is here. I've used it a lot. It's kind of got like a highlight in the middle, then a pink blush, and then a bronzer, and it's all shimmery. So I kind of would just like swirl it together and just slap it on my face. Again, it's very, very old and definitely needs to be thrown away. That's all I can say about that. The next thing that's in here, I think I've gotten like a FabFitFun box or something from Elizabeth Mott, and it's the Show Me Your Cheeks blush. And honestly, like, I'm super disappointed in this. It looked like it was fine, but it just, no matter how hard I go in here, there's like no pigment. I don't know if you guys can like see that. And then I go to like put it on my hand and hello, can you even see anything? No. So that was super disappointing. I'm pretty sure like this was worth like a decent amount of money, and it doesn't exist. It doesn't go on your face. It just has no pigment whatsoever. All right, so we have another product from Pure. I feel bad, like the few Pure products in here. This is the Bronze and Brighten palette. Again, a super old one I got in a subscription box. And it's got a highlighter, a blush, and a bronzer. The camera's having a really hard time focusing lately. I don't know, it's not really focusing, but we've got a highlight, a blush, and a bronzer. I've used the highlight a bit and the blush a couple of times, but the whole thing is just super shimmery. I hate bronzers that are shimmery. Like, this is just straight, like, oh, and it feels really bad. It feels really, really chalky. Like, I don't even think like I would be able to use that. Like, do you see that? Like, that's supposed to be a bronzer? Like, I think not. Like, these are more like eyeshadows. So like I said, that was super old. Even touching that bronzer shade, like, I don't know, it makes me a little worried. So I think that's another product that needs to be thrown away. Oh, apparently I missed another little single. This is another one from Elizabeth Mott, which I didn't realize. It says Pop Goes the Shadow. It's in the shade Toasted. Again, super cheap plastic, and it's just this little brown single right here. Again, never gonna use that. The next thing is super random, but I have a few necklaces that I'm getting rid of. This one, the chain does not go with this, but it's an owl right here, which is super cute and stuff, but I don't really like wear stuff like this anymore, and it's missing a gemstone. So again, just like, I don't need that, and I'm not gonna wear it. The next one is all tangled, because that's how necklaces roll. I don't even know what's going on. Okay, there we go. So it's this like purple necklace thing right here that I don't think I've ever actually worn. I use this for my Raven costume from like Teen Titans. I use it as like a belt, but the clasp is kind of broken, and I know you can fix it, but I never wear this necklace, so if I'm not gonna wear it, no point in holding on to it. The next one is a heart locket. Nothing on the inside. I don't even remember who gave it to me. I've got a lot of like random heart necklaces from like ex-boyfriends from over the years, so I think it's time to get rid of them. It's already like discoloring, it's old, and it's cheap. All right, and then we've got another heart necklace here that's missing a couple of stones. So again, I can get rid of that. You know, my fiance hasn't like he's gotten me one necklace, obviously the engagement ring, that's the most important jewelry, but he hasn't really like given me like a necklace or like a bracelet or stuff like that, so that's on him. Oh, my nail polish like chipped. We were doing so good, and then it just kind of like peeled off. That's so annoying. Because I really like this nail polish, and it was staying on. It almost looked like I had like gel nail polish on, like the fresh manicure, but I didn't. It was just nail polish. Anywho, back to the declutter. We have a few more face products here. Again, another very, very old one. This one is from NYX. This is a color corrector palette, and yeah, I really don't color correct. I have used this. It looks like I've used like the kind of concealer color, the green, the yellow, the peach, maybe a little bit of the purple. Literally the only reason why I have this is because my fiance way back in the day gave me a very, very bad hickey. Now, TMI or what have you, I don't really care, but we were out of town or doing something, and I had something the next day, and I needed to like look professional or something, so we literally went to Ulta, and he bought me a color corrector palette so I could cover up that hickey as best as possible, and it did a good job. But again, like, I don't color correct. I really don't feel like I have a need to color correct, and again, it's so old, so I really don't need it. Another very old product, I feel like these are all very old. We've got a Maybelline Strobing Liquid Master Illuminating Highlighter. I bought this in the store not even knowing like what it was, and it's in deep gold, which was way too dark for me. Like in the summer, I think I like put it all over my like chest and collarbones to like have that glowy finish, but I don't even know what that is. We also have a primer. This is the Stay Matte Makeup Primer from Rimmel that I've used a few times because it's my cheapest. It's one of my oldest primers, and I hate it. Absolutely hate it. Do not like it at all. Super silicone-y feeling. Makes my makeup look like crap. Nope, not having it. We also have something from, I don't even know what brand. It looks like it says Barfly. I don't even know what it is. But it is in Candlelit. It is a highlighter stick that I have used before. But I don't use it anymore because I feel like once I like put this on, if I just apply it with a stick, it just takes off my foundation. And it's not super like pigmented either. Just kind of like that glow from within. So yeah, it really doesn't do much. Now, this one like pains me because I really did like this foundation. It was like my tried and true forever. I finally decided to go to Sephora because, you know, I was like, back when it was like, you need to invest, like as Smoky Glow says, you need to invest in your base products, like your face products, and the rest of your makeup will look good and you can go with cheaper products. So I was like, all right, let's go out there and get like a really nice, expensive foundation. And one that I heard of endlessly was the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation. Now you probably know this one. It was a cult classic forever. And I was like, let's actually get shade matched. And they matched me to, I don't know if it's Y335 or if it's 7, I think that's the number. I think it's like Y335, which is my shade. And no, it's not my shade. Even in the summer, I think it's still too tan for me. Like, do you see how dark that is? Like, no way in heck is this going on my face in the winter time. But I really, really did like this. And again, it was kind of full coverage, so I really don't think I need to like go back to this one. But it was my tried and true for like the longest time. All right, I think the last face product was something I got in a BoxyCharm from Pretty Vulgar. And it's a concealer in the shade Undercover or Shady Lady. I don't really know. But that ain't concealing me. Like, I had filled out my survey with my skin color, and you know, whether you give me something that's a little too light or a little too dark, this is no, this ain't it at all. And I messaged them about it and they're like, oh, well, you can use it for contouring or bronzing. And I tried and it's still like too dark for that. And just no. So that was really big disappointment. I think they sent me a coupon if I want to buy something from Pretty Vulgar, which I don't think I ever used. So they really didn't help that situation. Still kind of bummed out about it. All right, we've got a few eye and brow products. We've got a couple of eyeshadow primers here. This one is from Ulta Beauty. It is a tinted eye primer. It's like straight up pink. And honestly, I hate everything that is Ulta Beauty brand. I just feel like it's super cheap and I'm not a fan of it. I got like a bunch of their makeup when I was first trying out, and I think all of it just kind of really sucked. So this only worked if you were using like a pink eyeshadow, but it wasn't even like a primer. It was just kind of like a liquid eyeshadow. So I don't really see the point of it. This one is from Luscious Angel Eyes. It was an eyeshadow base. You guys might have seen me use this in a video, and this is like way too dark for me. So consistency was good. The actual like adhesion, the primer base was pretty good, but just completely wrong shade. All right, now I've got something from Billion Dollar Brows, which is a nice brow brand. And this was the Microblade Effect. Not a fan of it, and it dried out super fast. But I don't know if you can see there, it's got like 3 little like slits or something. So you're supposed to get like a microblade effect. And again, like this is like super dried out. So it's supposed to like mimic brow hairs and stuff like that. I've only used it a couple times. I didn't like it. And you can't use it for your whole brow, maybe just like the very front of it. So again, I didn't really see the purpose of that one. Another thing that I thought was completely ridiculous was something from Butter Lending, and it's the Stroke of Wow Roll-On Precision Liner. And this thing is straight up like roll-on. I mean, it's dried out, but it's just this little tiny wheel. Like, can you see that? Like, you're just supposed to like roll it on your face. But I mean, like, it's not even there. Like, no pigment whatsoever. Oh, okay. But that's not a straight line. Again, it just looks like watery black water. I think I tried using it once and it was an epic fail, so. All right, the next one is something I kind of like used up to completion, or at least used it until it dried out, that I actually really liked. This is from Seraphine Botanicals, the Liquid Kohl Waterproof Eyeliner. Really, really loved this. It was expensive, I think like $22. Felt tip applicator, but it's just dried out. So unfortunately that one needs to be chucked. The next one is something from Gente Bleu. I don't know, I don't speak French, and I don't know if that was a French accent, so I'm very sorry. This is the Glittering Star Eyeliner. It's like a black pencil, but it's got like glitter in it, or at least it's supposed to. But like, it doesn't really work unless you really like layer it on, and there's just like little flecks of glitter in there. I'm never gonna use that. Like, I wouldn't even use that for eyeshadow. It's just like a super dry pencil, and you get a little bit of glitter with it. All right, the next thing, I can't even tell you. Oh, okay, it's Wet n Wild. It is a brow eyeliner pencil. Super old, super dry, like would not work as my brow shade, and it definitely wouldn't work as an eyeliner because it's just so dried out that like you can't even like warm it up to put on as eyeliner. So I think I got like a newer one that's like a full-size pencil, but I did use this down to like the very end, so not bad. Another Wet n Wild eyeliner. This is the felt tip eyeliner, and it's got a very, very thick felt tip eyeliner. I didn't really like this. I used this in like my full face of Wet n Wild kind of video. Not a fan of this, but I think I've only used it once or twice, so that one's kind of a waste. But again, Wet n Wild is super cheap, so what, like a couple bucks? All right, before we get into all of my lip products, a couple of skincare things. The first one is the Simple Sensitive Skin Expert Smoothing Facial Scrub. It's supposed to be gentle and everything, but it's actually kind of coarse, and I don't do a lot of like physical exfoliants anymore, more like lactic acid or PHAs, BHAs, AHAs, what have you. It says it's kind of skin, but I really, really don't think it was. So yeah, just kind of chuck that one. This other thing I got, I don't know, some subscription box, but it's the Smiles Prid Homeopathic Drawing Salve. I don't even know what I use this for. Like, I think it was like to temporary topical relief of pain and irritation associated with boils, minor skin eruptions, and redness. Also aids in relieving the discomfort of minor skin irritation, superficial cuts, and scratches. Didn't really do anything, kind of like the whole homeopathic stuff. Didn't do anything. All right, lip products. Let's go with these bullet lipsticks. So in college, when I was first starting to get into makeup, I went to Kroger, and it was the sketchy Kroger. And if you're from Morgantown or West Virginia, it was Krogetto, if you know what I'm talking about. If you don't worry about it. So these are all Maybelline lipsticks that you could find at Kroger, and they're all pretty basic lipsticks, super cheap. We have a Magnificent Mauve, a Pink Wink, a Blissful Berry, and a Red Revival. These are all probably very expired. Like I said, it's been years, and they're all, if you look at them, they're all like disgusting. They've all got like little tiny bubbles and stuff on there, so I don't know if it's just air, condensation, or what, but it looks really gross, and it looks like Jaclyn Hill's lipsticks. Anywho, all trash. Let's see, another bullet lipstick. I think this one was from Avon. I use this one all the time. No, just kidding. It's from L'Oreal. Again, I use this one like almost all the way down. I mean, not really, I still have a long ways to go. This is in the shade Sandstone. Again, just super old, really expired. I thought the packaging was super nice for it being like a drugstore brand. Obviously it's like fake gold plated because the color's coming off, but again, like super old, super gross. All right, we've got some NYX lingerie products. So back when Kylie lip kits were like the rave and everything, everyone wanted them. I was too broke to buy them. So people said that the NYX lingerie lipsticks were actually a dupe. I didn't know at the time because I didn't know, but Kylie lip colors were super drying. These are super drying, but not as bad as Kylie ones. I really, really, really love these, but these ones are super old. I have a couple that still look good, but these ones were just chunky and gross and probably very expired. But these ones weren't bad. Let's see, I also had these interesting ones from Maybelline. I had a like burgundy, a pink, and a red. I didn't really know what the point of these were, but these are kind of more like lippy sticks that like you like roll up. And then what's weird is like on the other side, I used these all the time in college. They had like this little buffer thing. I didn't really know what the purpose of that was. It's just supposed to like smudge it. I don't really know why you were gonna smudge your lips. I don't really know, but I used to use these all the time and I really did like them. We also have these NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. Not it. These formulas were not great. They kind of bunched up, they peeled, they cracked. If your lips were chapped even in the slightest bit, it looked so bad. And of course I had like the shade Transylvania and the shade Monte Carlo, which we have a red and like a deep purple. So those are obviously like the worst shades to get to for that horrible formula. We also had the L'Oreal Infallible Paints Metallics, which again is another purple. I don't really wear dark purple, maybe for Halloween, and these ones were like super cheap, so I wasn't going to use this one again. I think I bought it like for Halloween. I only used it once or twice. Let's see, we also have some more products from Ulta. These all came in like this little kit I got, and they were all just bleh. We have a mineral lip gloss in the shade Moonstone. Another mineral lip gloss in the shade Rose Quartz. This one is Color Rush lip gloss in the shade Olivia. And then we've got a mineral lip gloss in, I don't know what the shade is because it came off. But I looked on the Ulta website and like these don't exist anymore, so that shows like how old they are. And a couple more lip glosses. We have one from Mary Kay. You know when Mary Kay was popular, you know this one is old. This is just a Nourish Shine lip gloss in the shade Gold Rush. And we have an LA Colors one in, doesn't have a shade either. These were like the first lip glosses I ever owned. So pretty much everything here that I'm getting rid of is stuff that is just way too old and expired, needs to be thrown away. So yeah, there's probably some more stuff I could declutter. There's a lot of stuff in my makeup collection that I haven't even touched yet, but I'm not ready to get rid of it. And there goes another snowplow. So yeah, there's obviously way more that I could get rid of, but again, I'm a hoarder and I have a problem and I can't get rid of it yet. But we do have a good collection of stuff that I am getting rid of, so at least we have a start. Alright guys, that is everything for today's video. I don't know if you guys are going to enjoy these types of videos, but I thought I would do that, and it's just finally time. New place, new apartment, new room. Get rid of all the old and bring in the new. So if you enjoyed today's video, then go ahead and give it a big thumbs up, and while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. I love you guys, and if you subscribe to my channel, I welcome you to Feline Family. Bye!